Masters of the Universe fans? Once again, it's the one and only Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And on today's episode, thanks to all of the absolutely incredible contributions from my Optibotimus Plus channel members, we're going to be taking a look at the new Masters of the Universe Origins Deluxe Dreadful Disguised Leader of the Snake Men, the one and only King HISS. Finally, the Snake Men have started to come to us, and it's fantastic to be able to have the leader of them right away. For the package, as you can see, much like a lot of the deluxe figures where you have the larger package, you also get a lot more art, including this really nice, cool new design that have the Snake Men kind of coming around the Masters of the Universe logo, which looks great. And then you can see in the background kind of scaled sort of look. Of course, you got a gorgeous image of King HISS right there, and this larger size clamshell that allows you to see the figure as well as his accessories, including his actual snake parts, which that is absolutely fantastic. Come around to the back of the package, you got a gorgeous image right here with He-Man in his snake armor fighting King HISS. The art always looks fantastic, and then you can see you got a new little read-up right here that if you want to pause it, go ahead, you can read it right there. And then you can see you have obviously King HISS, Ratlor, Cobra Khan, He-Man, the snake armor He-Man, and then Boltman, which, okay. And then of course you got this nice, really cool look that shows you how to kind of play with this guy, which is vastly better in my opinion than the original vintage figure. But for the packaging on King HISS, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. And here we have King HISS opened up and out of its packaging. And I absolutely love this figure. We've gotten a lot of really cool Masters of the Universe figures throughout the years. But this one, just something about him really does just really hit on all cylinders for me. Starting out first, he does come with this Minicomic. You can see that it is the Heart of the Snake. You got the sorcerers there, you got He-Man, you got King HISS, you flip through the pages, and of course you got that story that, you know, you always basically get that's kind of shortened, but kind of continues on with a lot of the other kind of stories of the different characters, including apparently Mechanic using his neck almost like a snake and wrapping around King HISS. That's kind of funny, and you can see that he shed his body, revealing the internal section. I mean, that's really cool, but yeah, I don't care much about these. It's this guy. This is an absolutely fantastic figure, seriously. Now, starting off first with his more normal accessories, he does come with a shield, as you can see, that has a great amount of detail on there with the snake kind of sculpted right inside there. That's really cool. I dig that. One thing I also really like is the little clip point here can rotate, so you can put it like that on him. You can rotate that around and get a more up and down kind of pose. I really appreciate the fact that they put that little swivel on there. That's really nice. I really dig that, and you can see it's in this very nice red coloring. But then you also do get his snake staff of sorts. You can see you have a regular staff that goes through, and then basically a rattlesnake. You can see the rattle down here going all the way around to the actual snake head, and that is, again, great detail on there. And all the Snake Men come with this, and it's cool because it kind of differentiates them from everybody else. I mean, other than the fact that they're snakes, but really very, very nice. You can even see like some line work going through the actual body itself. That's really quite impressive. But the best part are these additional accessories. Now, like I said, the original vintage figure, you kind of had the armor pop off and had the body and everything. And like, you had the ability to convert him to his more snake form. And that's what you can do here as well with a new head, which looks really cool. I kind of wish that the mouth was articulated, but it's not. But you can see you got the nice open mouth in there painted with the teeth. And then you can see that I always thought that this kind of looked weird, but it's almost like this section that goes around, because it kind of looks like a giant turtleneck, right? But this section here is designed to kind of replicate a part of a body of a snake. You can kind of see how like there's the tail of it, and then it goes all the way around. So it's almost like a snake is coiled around the actual main head of him, which is really neat. And then you get these arms that replace those arms. You got the little peg section right here with a snake head on there. Great sculpted in detail as well. Red eyes. Everything on here looks Again, extremely, very, very cool. But taking a look at the figure first, this is his more disguised look. He kind of looks normal here. Of course, you can do that squat vintage look for him, or you can straighten out his legs and his ankles and get a taller action figure with him, which, of course, I like doing just because I like my figures being a little bit taller. But for the most part, looking around this guy, the vast majority of this looks like brand new parts, which is really very cool. And like these, the hands might be just reused, which I guess makes sense. But even the lower section of the arm here, that all looks like it's brand new because there's extra sculpting inside there. Same thing with the thighs, same thing with the lower section of the legs. Maybe these boots are reused bits, but the majority of them is brand new. You can see you got this really cool helmeted sort of thing, the normal human head right here. Coming in to take a closer look, again, great detail all the way around. Even when you look at the back section here with like this scale effect that carries on throughout the entire body, including the back, the arms. You can see you got this really cool silver brace sort of thing around his neck and his chest, even going around to the back area. You can see the nice snake logo there. Coming down, you can see the scales for his loincloth. You got this little, I don't even know what that is supposed to be. It's just a little logo right there, but absolutely gorgeous all the way around. I mean, really a very well done looking figure. But the best part is the fact that you can swap these pieces, and that's really fun. So first, using that whole swapping gimmick that he has, you're going to want to remove these arms, which this is probably the best use of this interchangeable sort of action figure that we've gotten to date. You also want to pop his head off, so remove that. You can set these off to the side for right now. You're not really going to need those, but now you got this armor section. You can see that the body is yellowish. This whole armor section is actually a softer rubbery material, which is nice. And then you have these little bits here that you want to, it's a little bit tricky, kind of makes me a little bit nervous because it is this little rubbery material, but you kind of just push that through, feed that through like that, separate that, rip off the skin, and now you have the snake body form, which again, you can see the snake detail throughout the entire thing. Again, coming in so you can get a closer look at it. You can see the different scales throughout the whole thing. Hopefully you guys are liking this. I actually got a new little ring light here that kind of makes things a little bit brighter as I get closer. So hopefully that kind of fixes some of the focusing when I bring things in close. But you can see how you have the whole little, it almost kind of looks like corn, honestly, but you can see like little tiny snakes going all the way around them, which again, that's where you can take the head here, you can attach this, and now it kind of looks like there's more of a snake kind of thing kind of wrapping around the larger snake. I just always kind of thought up close that just kind of looked like a weird turtleneck of sorts, but now that I get it in hand and get it up close, you can see that it kind of blends in with this other section down here that makes it look like there's another snake that's coiled around there. And then of course you're going to bring these bits in, plug that in just like so. So now you have another snake arm coming away from them, plug this in, and another snake arm. And this is absolutely fantastic. I really love the way that this looks. This is a perfect use of that whole deluxe price point where you can really utilize all those extra accessories and create a figure like this, which works wonderfully. The only part I would maybe kind of complain about would be these arms. They are definitely a lot longer than his other arms. So you can see, I kind of wish these were a little bit smaller, but it kind of fits with the heads across the way with the main head here. So that's cool that they do that. His articulation is basically all the same. You can also separate him if you wanted to. If you wanted to put this guy on another figure, if you wanted to, you could definitely do that. All the articulation from the legs down is the same. The head here, you can see, is on a ball joint. You got the pin hinge joint here for the shoulders. I do kind of wish they maybe put a swivel up here just so that you can kind of rotate that around. But I do like how they put swivels down here at the actual snake heads so you can kind of create some good poses with them. But again, I kind of wish you could rotate right there to kind of bend that out a little bit more, because Otherwise, he's just kind of going to be, you know, like that. I wish you could rotate that. That would really help things out a lot. But I love the fact that you can do this. I mean, that's super, super fun, super, super cool. Really does make him a very imposing and kingly kind of figure. I mean, it just looks very, very wicked and evil. I mean, snakes in general are typically viewed in a negative kind of way. I'm not a very big fan of snakes at all. So instantly this is a guy that I'm going to be creeped out about, but I think that Mattel nailed it with this. I think that this is a great representation of that character. It really does update him to be about as cool as he possibly can be, and realistically the execution was very, very well done. Having this be able to kind of remove, have the arms be able to pop out, have the head, all that kind of stuff, just makes things so much easier to kind of enjoy the figure and really utilize that whole snake aspect. I mean, that is so cool. Like I said, the only thing that I wish that they did differently was maybe put a little rotation kind of above where, a little bit above where the elbow would be, like around here, so you can rotate that out. That will look super cool. But as it is, the figure's fantastic. He turned out great. It is, honestly, in my opinion, one of my favorite Origin figures that we've gotten. He does kind of tend to get a little bit front heavy here now, though, because of his heavier arms that kind of lean forward. But in general, I'm trying to get a good pose here for him. But in general, I think that this is a really fun figure. I'm just setting this stuff up, creating my little thumbnail of sorts. Highly recommend this guy. He turned out fantastic. The Snake Men all are really very cool. So bring on the rest of them. There's my look at the new Masters of the Universe Origins Deluxe King Hiss. If you'd like to add this guy to your collection, he is available online at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, or even Entertainment Earth. For all of those places, I'll put links right down there in the video description, where you could swing on by and check out availability on him, as well as the rest of the wide range of Masters of the Universe Origin figures. And finally, guys, please remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. And as always, this has been Optibotimus saying adios, au revoir, and auf Wiedersehen.